Ophelia was the first pick, though, on the Hellborn side, as well as the Master of Arms. So, valuing the rally first here. Did he go with the Ophelia, though? But Ophelia Master of Arms, speaking of classic lineups.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe we're back in on towards season 1 because this is the SG lineup right here. What do they need next for this? What would SG pick here? They had a lot of options.
Is Bubbles still there? Yeah. They're gonna
And
go
Bubbles definitely could see that.
Yeah.
I think they could have maybe like Magnus Rally would have been something they'd like to pick too. But anyway, that's SG. They have Minuts now, so they now suck.
Whoa!
But
Whoa!
shots fired.
Shots
Eric
freaking
Stark
fired.
It's beheaded. Oh, what's going on?
Riser, the shit talker, man. Give you a mic and you just.
If you can get a jab in on Minuts, it's always worth it.
That name. All right, banning phase here.
A jab on Minuts.
Can he not? I know it's the ultimate troll name. It really is. I've experienced that so many
The ultimate
times.
troll person.
That in general, yes. All right, Demented Shaman, first band coming out here. So
There's a hero SG would have picked.
yeah, right. Not going to be seen here though, and that's kind of out of the blue to an extent. It's as if they might be predicting something, or I mean, Demented Shaman's not really a hero you ban to pick up a certain hero yourself, really. So I don't know, little off the wall there. But.
Couldn't tell you. I mean, they could do like a MOA +1 mid and then Demented Shaman short lane kind of strategy that would be pretty good with Ophelia and MOA. That's the ultimate healer strategy, it seems like. But yeah, maybe they're a little worried about that. I could see that being pretty powerful. But Tempest banned by Hellborn, so we're back to we went from the super aggressive play back in time to the Tempest, Ophelia, and Parasite games.
Yeah.
So another healer banned, Soul Reaper. So Soul Reaper is always a pretty good combination with Ophelia. I remember Lions back in HoN Tour loved to run Soul Reaper plus Ophelia.
Oh yeah.
Get their items and then run the train. So perhaps they have that in mind as well.
I want to see a cursed Soul Reaper lanes come back. Cursed got buffs.
The old school.
Old school. That's old school. Probably not, though. Soul Reaper being banned. There's a Deadwood ban. One more ban on either side, of course. Before moving on into the next tier of picks. There's a Lodestone coming out. Scout's still on the board, I believe. Yeah, Scout is... Nope, he was banned. Never mind. Not available.
No Scooter.
No Scooter. So let's see what the Hellborn side decides with here as their final pick. Was definitely eyeing the Soul Reaper until that ban, so no longer. Pebbles, the final ban, and there you go, Snap Fade pick coming out.
So it's probably going to be a long lane rally.
Yeah.
Fade, NG mid, and of course they need to finish it off with their short lane hero. Something with some physical DPS.
Gladiator.
Could be good. I was thinking Gladiator. That was actually my first thought. I think Wretched Hag could be pretty good this game.
Wait, you just said physical DPS and you say Wretched Hag.
Yeah, but she's kind of like eventually does physical DPS when she gets farmed enough. It's kind of like the
couldn't any hero then?
Yeah, but no one else has.
Might as well put Thunderbringer
a skin down where if you get water thrown on you, you melt and stuff like that.
Well, there's good options like Silhouette. It's definitely one that comes to mind, but there's
perhaps something to deal with the pub train if they do decide to go for that early push with Ophelia and Master of Arms. So. They don't have a whole lot of counter push, so something with that could be like a Torturer, maybe. Of course, we're not heavy on the physical DPS there. I don't know. There's always tons of options when you want to pick your short lane hero, so we'll just see what they want. You can put anything in the short lane. You could put Bramble in there.
Hey, high win percentage TMM, man. He is good.
Oogie.
Oogie.
I still think Oogie owns, especially if you're like last pick, you just grab it so they can't get mage bait.
I really think, yeah, he's just so...
It's just that one game.
It's that one game. It turns everyone off now.
Ruined the hero.
He screwed it. He screwed Oogie.
Yeah. Literally... Never mind, not going to say that.
Going classic. Bring in the Moon Queen. And Warbeast to finish off.
Oof, okay, they got a nice pub train team.
Yeah. They had one last game, too, though.
true.
Yeah.
And they did not work for them.
Hopefully for their sake, that could be different this game. Trying to force a third game, but
Pinky Curdy gets his signature parasite. Look for him to be very active early game. This is his style. Looks like we're going to be like an MOA of Arms and Magnus of Mus. Middle lane.
It doesn't even make any sense. You're just trying hard now.
I think KSDF of the Force is still my favorite. So pretty standard lanes coming out this game. I think it's pretty easy to predict. Rally top, Moon Queen bottom, Fade NG mid, Parasite jungle, and of course the according similar heroes. Probably the same thing. Now they could have Warbeast short lane, but looks like they opted to give Bubbles the short lane and Suicide Warbeast instead. So those are kind of interchangeable. I think Warbeast against Moon Queen, I don't know. I think he should be fine. I think he'd do better than Bubbles, actually. The harass from the Moonbeam plus the auto attacks and her movement speed versus Bubbles, I've been on the receiving end of it. It's pretty hard to deal with.
Not fun. And yeah, I just think overall it's a better chance for more efficient lane setups. And on top of that, you do have an Ophelia, and Bubbles could be a better partner for getting ganks with. So, yeah,
sure.
Like this decision here to send the Bubbles short lane. Now, with that said, it is a rally. It could be very difficult to get off successful ganks with, of course. That's why he's a good suicide hero in the first place, but I'm sure he'll manage just fine. But yeah, they're going to go with the short lane Moon Queen here. And they'll see how her farm looks. Also, you mentioned the Parasite, Pinky Curdy. Warbeast wanted to be careful about that as far as taking the gank from Parasite. Look at Fade right here. He's trying to, what he's trying to do in the end, really just spot to see if the wolves are coming in, but they are going to come in and they are going to do the pull. Not much you can do about it in the end.
Yeah, unfortunately. Maybe if Parasite was here, he could grab one.
Yeah, true.
If you can do it like pre-000, you can get your second infest off, but not the biggest deal in the world. The other wolf would probably just do the same thing anyway. But yeah, this is a great game for Parasite. I feel like every lane is going to be pretty easy for him to set up a kill. Of course, well, maybe not top lane, but mid and bottom are certainly quite viable. Zergo does have a ward placed here for himself to see Parasite, and they actually did block one of his camps, so yeah, definitely good move by them to stop the farm. And yeah, he's only going to have one camp available, which I can tell you usually sucks. So we'll have to see how he makes do, of course. They're going to do this first hard camp, and clear it out, and then great lane control on the Legion team right now for middle lane. It is pushed up pretty far, which when you're playing a jungle ganker, having lane control is actually quite important, so you can come up there and set up those kills.
Yeah. Well, while you were talking about the Parasite, too, we also saw Moon Queen did a good job right there. A little bit of missed micro from Zergo, but Moon Queen was able to drag her creep wave and actually intercept the creep wave that was being pulled by the wolves right there. And screwed up, or at least I tried to screw up the attempt that Warbeast had in terms of getting that lane positioning, but as you see right here, it's kind of still being pushed up nonetheless. But Moon Queen was able to get some good farm as well with the jungle there. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, Master Farm's in a lot of trouble right here. Minotaur gets stunned, though, just before he can get his stun off. It doesn't matter. Down goes MOA of Arms. You got me doing it now. I hate you. Parasite gets the kill as he comes out of the Minotaur, so.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Just look where the lane positioning was for level 2 Fade NG.
Yeah.
It's just free kills, man. So easy to set that up, but definitely good foresight by Pinky Curdy running up there with the Minotaur. Didn't even need the stomp. Unfortunately, the Minotaur actually was killed by Master of Arms, and he didn't get the XP for that, but got the first blood, so
yes,
not a big deal.
Just over 2 minutes in, the first rune, it is going to be top. Happens to be a haste rune. Master of Arms going to go pick that up. We do see Magnus. He's going to play a little defensive while his teammate currently bottling or picking up the rune, even heading towards the top lane. Let's see, I don't know if they're going to have nearly enough damage. Yeah, Raleigh should be fine in the end. It's even with the way the lane's pushed up as well, wasn't really going to get too much out of that, so instead we'll head back towards the middle lane. How about this decision? Warbeast actually picking up an Iron Shield here. As back to the middle lane, there's a kill on a Fade, actually. So the hasted Master of Ours as well as Ophelia assisting right there. Now focused on an item pickup, and Ophelia coming in to assist with the gank, actually. That's well played right there. There's Lapped getting credit for the kill, playing the Magnus.
Yeah, great job by both the junglers, just recognizing positioning of the lanes and being able to come in, especially that haste rune, of course, helped quite a bit to set up that kill. So always got to be mindful of the other team's jungler when you are in that middle lane. So yeah, just pushed up a little too far, unfortunately, for Pazzy Metek.
What do you think of Warby still with that Iron Shield pickup?
Iron Shield, agility one?
Yeah.
Huh.
Seems a little not the
Couldn't
typical.
tell you. I mean, I know a lot of Trout is always sworn by Iron Shield being a really good item. He likes to just go for the first item Iron Shield and get pulled regen when he's playing like Mage Bane or something, but
a lot of action in the middle lane. Fade being locked down. Parasite going to take over the Skeleton King of Ophelia, so he'll get something out of it. But again, the aggressive play of the Hellborn side here in the middle. Both teams collapsing on one another, and it ends up being in favor of the Hellborn team.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because they have a ward of sight. If you look above the middle tier 1 tower, that we'll see Ophelia if he comes, but perhaps Legion team felt a little comfortable baiting that because Parasite was also around, but in the end, yeah, Fade going down and not getting a return kill. Pretty unfortunate, but yeah, like I was talking about Iron Shield, Trough kind of, I know Moon as well, kind of swore by it being great, but not really for strength heroes, usually for agility heroes.
Yeah, that's where it's a little off. Moon Queen, he has another Moonbeam. He is going to use it. One more auto attack, maybe. Oh, guess what? The Iron Shield keeps him alive.
Iron Shield best item.
Iron Shield, number 1. Clearly. Zergo knows what he's doing. Did the math. Coming back.
I think it might be time for Zergo just to retreat to the Ancients and farm them.
I think it might be time for the middle lane to have more action. They get the counter kill on a Fade in a 2 versus 3. Master of Arms will fall, but Fade is hating life right now, man. Potsy Medic right here, 0-3 and 2. He's not having the best of times, and that was a 2 versus 3 again. The fact that they were able to turn that, so unfortunate. But it was, and he'll have to come back to the middle lane now. So Magnus, wow, 345 gold. He's a top farm in the game, in fact. How about that? Bitch Slap doing a good job there.
Yeah, he's crushing. I mean, I think I missed that kill, but Fade actually opted not to go for the Stout Shield build and or the Iron Buckler build. And I don't know if it's coming back to bite him because he seems very squishy in this middle lane. Magnus, of course, has his own. He is much more of a slippery hero, and they are going to initiate him on him here. Will it be enough to get the kill? Yes, it will. Excellent job. It seems like this middle lane is just a constant war zone. Both junglers coming in and picking off heroes at will. So yeah, Parasite, despite ganking so much, 310 gold per minute. And will Zergo be in a little trouble here? No, he's fine. And yeah, he's still maintained his progression really well. He's level 6 with 310 GPM. Of course, Ophelia, unfortunately, only level 4. It is something that is not too uncommon to see the Ophelia if you gank a lot getting a little under leveled, but Parasite, though, it is much easier to maintain your progression.
Oh, wow, top lane. Bubbles gets gone by Raleigh right there. Seemed like he was the one doing all the aggression. Seismic Slam gets the kill. Engineer being chased back by Ophelia. This is a hard game to watch, man. A lot of action all over the place. Metamorphosis at the bottom lane. Warby's just out of range. And he will survive. You see Pinky Curdy not too happy right there as far as Zerg Ultimate Living. I don't know if there was some situation that took place that...
A lot of smiley faces. Something crazy must have happened.
Must have. But he does...
Colon P, colon D. Those are big indicators.
He came back to the lane, and actually Moonkin was looking to get another Moonbeam off, but he gets away just before. And again, he has a level 3 battle cry. That's something else, not only for the lanes, but even Ophelia taking advantage of that. Her and her minions.
Yeah, it's something I usually kind of forget about, easy to overlook, but definitely gives a lot of lanes a lot more, I don't know, staying power. I know there are some teams that will only run certain lineups. I think like IG, they like to run like Gladiator mid, but I think they will only do it if they have Warbies to assist. But Rally could be in a lot of trouble top lane. Does have the Compel available, but is kelp fielded right now.
He was trying to be patient with it, but Ophelia doing a great job right there. She too was being very patient. She knew that Rally had no way to escape, and it was only through her basically. So he basically said, you know, I'm just going to stand here, you can stand there, but in the meantime, Bubbles will keep beating you with auto attacks. Not much that Rally could have done right there. So Mickey unfortunately getting picked off, and again, just good execution coming out, and Ophelia. Jeez, this back to the bottom lane. Zergo will fall this time.
No, so close. Ophelia tried to save him with the heal, but it was just like half a second too late. I think Ophelia just got to level 6 as well because he was level 5. So Unfortunate for Zergo. I think he probably did. He have I don't know if I think he had the ult available. If he did, he definitely would have gotten away. But ooh, Master Arms could be in a little bit of trouble here. This should be an easy combination for Engineer and Fade, and that's just the cookie cutter Engie Fade. Way too much damage for a level 5 MOA to handle.
Yeah, not gonna survive through that one. 8 minutes into the game. 6-4 hero kill lead, so pretty similar to the last game. It was a very early start as far as the aggression, but then it kind of died off, and I don't think that's going to happen this game, though. Both teams definitely have their pretty aggressive nature to them. Bubbles in the meantime at the top lane. It's gone on, but Rally not going for any kind of seismic slam, and obviously with the take cover and the shell surf away, probably wasn't going to be able to line it up, so not even going to waste the time trying for it. Bottom lane matchup, especially with that kill now. Moon Queen, 354 gold per minute now. And actually about 50 GPM higher than anyone else in this game. So I was going to say it's a kind of relative. It seems like it's up there, but it's not like it's not even the top. But looking at the goal per minute chart, it sure enough is, and it's even well up there. So Moon Queen is having a great start. And actually going the Whispering Helm first instead of... Oh, actually she gets the Soul Screaming, so maybe not. She just put the Helm of the Victim for the regen early on. Probably going to get the Energizer first, and then the Whispering Helm here. Middle lane, though, here we go. Fade jumping first. Parasite comes in as well. Magnus dropping quickly. The turret's going to get the kill, and Magnus was running in at the same second. Now, Ophelia does a good job of getting a counter kill at least onto Peaky Curdy, so ends up being a 1-for-1. But yeah, Magnus was charging in right there to stun, and he just happened to get stunned first. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, good foresight by Rocky Balboa to continue with that kill. Master of Arms could be in trouble. He does spot out Fade with that Ward of Revelation while she is in her reflection. And choosing not to open here, I feel like this is a pretty easy kill. Yep, there goes the keg. And free kill, but Fade will be able to escape. The Minotaur is chasing. They're about the same movement speed, I believe. And Engineer actually going to get caught here. There's the ultimate from Magnus. Should be a pretty free kill, so nice job by Magnus switching targets there. And he is going to give chase, but getting stunned by Fade will probably be the end of that.
Yeah, that was a really classic case of Engineer kind of getting tunnel vision on supporting his teammates so much that all of a sudden he put himself in a bad position to also get caught out. So good capitalize at the same time between Ophelia and especially Magnus right there. What I got ultimate, I don't know what that means. Anyways, see they're trying to roam around in the Legion jungle. Not going to find anyone though, but Rallyport's down here actually. They saw Ophelia and Magnus moving over here, and now Parasite finds Magnus. The face hug used! And then nothing else after that, so kind of just a quick knee-jerk reaction really from Parasite. Nothing further though. And Magnus will just walk away as if nothing happened. Warbeast has a Ring of the Teacher here, more the typical build. Goes into that Abyssal Skull. Actually going to activate Metamorphosis right away. I'm going to run away in the meantime.
Yeah, I feel like he should have maybe just retreated to the Ancients. A little bit earlier. Moon Queen's still sitting at 63 creep kills anyway, so he was pretty much dominating this lane in the first place. Of course, with the threat of Parasite as well. Probably could have been just better off conceding the lane and going for the Ancients, which he will do now. Which I can certainly agree with. Top lane looks like Ophelia has decided finally to push, and with that Warbeast tower does come down very quickly, but noticing Fade is missing, opting to play this safe and get back because Fade is up here. Or will they? Looks like they're going to come back up. And
he did.
And that's a free kill.
He did. Yeah, he just happened to shell surf at the creep wave. I don't think it would have mattered anyway. He got comboed right there. Well played between Fade and Rally, get the kill. However, the top tower stays alive. Bottom tower not going to stay alive. Moon Queen and Engineer pushing that one in. Middle lane, you see Magnus and Master of Arms. They don't want to overstay their welcome, though, because Fade is coming in. Doesn't have a reflection up. But Magnus, if he sits here, Pinky Curdy's ready to go. There's a Burning Shadows, just going to miss. Pinky Curdy was charging in. That could have backfired, though. Ophelia was nearby, too, so maybe the best thing that the Burning Shadows missed. But Magnus now, he's going to kind of charge in right here. You see Parasite takes over Catman and then actually just destroys it right away. Engineer now running in. There is a Rev 4 nearby. It is going to spot him. He opens anyways onto Ophelia. Compel in the back. Ophelia will drop right off the bat. Master of Arms trying to run away. Magnus, a beautiful line stun. He's going to channel Eruption. No, he's not. Adamant. The cold comes out. But here comes Bubbles. Take cover going to be used. Moon Queen holding her ground though. Just putting in the right click. Mode finale going off. That is a dangerous spot to be in now. Warbeast in the jungle. Chasing down with that Metamorphosis. Wants to get the kill on Pinky Curdy. And he will get the kill on a Parasite. Rally has a compel up in 6 seconds. He's being collapsed on. Look at Ophelia controlling the minions still. Actually doing a lot of work right here. Rally though, compel is up. Can he get a good compel off is the question. He stuns backwards into another Minotaur. No mana though. Magnus stuns in. and Rally will fall. So when it's all said and done, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know who won, to be honest. It's kind of back and forth, but
looks relatively even. Rally and Parasite went down. Moon Queen, of course, lived through all of that, and he is still quite farmed, 400 gold per minute. So I think with the Moon Queen on their team and that hard carry and how well he's farming, an even fight perhaps could almost be called a win for the Legion team. So Orbeez is level 10 now, though, so he's, after that fight, I think he got a lot of solo experience for that kill onto Parasite, and then, of course, finally finishing up that level 10 rally. So great for Warbeast, but in the end, Moon Queen still farming pretty darn well.
Yeah, it's the big picture. Exactly. It's most certainly in favor of Patreon right here. Again, they're up 1-0. Trying to close out the series and move on to the finals, of course, but you got Moon Queen, level 11. Whispering Helm, Energizer, Steam Boots, a great core of items for her to start things off, and we'll start now getting into the more developing items, whether it's a Firebrand, Shrunken Head, Geometer's Bane. We'll see where she goes here, but that's kind of the typical. So, but Warbeast, that Abyssal Skull, as you talked about. Portal Key on Magnus, he just got that delivered. You always want to try to make use of that. Speaking of Portal Key, how is Bubbles coming along? 258 gold per minute. He's got some build up here, it looks like, so not going for the Portal Key early on. We'll see if he goes for the Tablet, though. Middle lane, Master of Arts being collapsed on Seismic Slam. In the face with Fade. And actually, Kelpha's going to be used right here. Bubbles trying to set up a counter. Magnus, a beautiful line style. The Eruption being channeled. And yes, Fade is going to end up falling here most likely after the side Metamorphosis being activated. Pinky Curdy here as well on Parasite. He's already used that face code. But here comes Moon Queen. No Moon Finale. If he had a Moon Finale, that would have been a lot different. He's going to come in, though. Bubbles go for the Shells Report. Will be fine. Magnus stuns out. Gets killed and Rally in the meantime. It looks like that may be the end of that. Moon Queen's still hanging around somewhat. But, not too worried about Bubbles right here. Warbeast doesn't have his ulti for him, so Magma stuns in. I think Moon Queen's just a little too beefy here. Not enough mana, not enough resources. And they will fall back. Man, if Moon Queen had a Moon Finale.
Yeah, when he ran in there, up above from the Ancients. Could have been a different fight, but still, Moon Queen survives, keeps surviving in all these fights. He's 1-0-3, 400 GPM. And of course, the Hellborn's late game is not bad. I don't think it's that great, though. I think Parasite's going to be much more useful than Ophelia as the game progresses. And, of course, Moon Queen, if you want to compare it to Bubbles, being in that short lane, certainly better late game than Bubbles. Of course, Warbeast is starting to pick up his farm a little, and he can definitely be considered a late game presence. But, you know, decent, solid, 300, 315 GPM may not be enough to outcarry this Moon Queen when it's all said and done.
Parasite, Codex coming along for him, and he has a Neophyte's book, just needs that 2,000 mark before he'll have a Codex. Going the Striders once again, as he did the previous time we saw him, I believe. So, like in this build, it seems like. Warbeast going into the jungle here. He's in the aggressive jungle. There's a double damage just picked up by Fade nearby. He has his ulti form. He's going to the bottom lane. It looks like Warbeast is going to run on by. Actually, Fade coming back in right here. There goes the Metamorphosis. He knows something's up. And he is going to be safe. So, oh, he's running back into Fade, though. He's running right back into Fade. Not going to open, though. Metamorphosis was still going to be up, so. Figured with a stun, probably wouldn't have mattered. Not going for a 1,700 gold on Rally. Still working on the Portal Key of his own.
Yeah, and he's just kind of been up here. Not letting his Bubbles get complete free farm, and he is reasonably safe up here, as long as he knows where at least maybe a couple heroes are. Probably won't die to the kelp field that easily. Of course, he definitely could be taken out. Moon Queen stacking these Ancients, doing a good job. Gonna get the triple stack there, so just another resource to be used. Magnus gonna stun in the middle lane, and we could have a fight.
Well, that was not good. He was channeling his Eruption. He went a little too early. He went like a half a second too early. He had the Offensive Master's Call as well, so I think that kind of screwed up his timing. He thought he was good to go, but it wasn't.
Oh, did he? Wait, did he ult and then blink, or
yeah,
did
he ulted first and then he blinked into stun.
Oh, okay, so the Master of Arms ult, like maybe kind of.
It was trying to increase.
I mean, you should be shift clicking it anyway, but I can understand how that could kind of throw you off.
Yeah. So he goes a little early, and I mean, if the Eruption went off, I mean, no doubt that was a kill right there. But yeah, did it go off? And we see the response here. It's just unfortunate that a simple mistake like that there's going to be a snowball effect. Moon Queen, that double damage happens to be activated this whole time. That's going to be 2 tower kills, man. Or is it? Okay, never mind. If vulnerability comes out and they fall back, they're going to play the very safe route here.
They pitched out.
Yeah, they did. How about that?
Well, they had that for sure, but top lane apparently was being pressured as well.
Yes.
That whole time, so Bubbles got some good damage on that, and there was some farm, of course, to be had in the bottom lane. So tower does go down, and still, you know, with the kill Magnus, denied tower, not the end of the world for getting that tower denied. So yeah, Moon Queen looks like he may have just, he didn't just buy Geometers, did he? Now he just bought the Firebrand. So yeah, still progressing pretty nicely, not completely out of control yet, but as the game goes on, it's looking likely that he will be.
Yeah, he bought the Firebrand into a Mighty Blade even, so.
Oh, really? Okay, so he's going to go for the Shrunken for the full. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, we see that a lot.
I feel like the Hellborn team might get desperate and try and push soon, so if he's got access to the Shrunken Head, then it's going to be that much easier to defend.
Yeah, it's the Firebrand just also really helps to enhance his farm a lot with the Whispering Helm synergy and quick auto attacks, more damage, and then get that Shrunken Head a little bit sooner, so. Double. These are triple sack ancients, actually, for Moon Queen, if she wants to come over here and do those here in the near future. We'll see if she makes her way. She's going to energize her, actually, and I kind of have a feeling that's what they're going to go for here. Do it as a team, even. Already sitting at 455 gold per minute. Probably going to jump up to around 480 or so, as long as she gets all these kills. And we got Warbeast, though, 370, and Shrunk out of his own. I mean, always a great item on him. Something tells me he has the Warhammer, too, already.
Yeah, he's got 375. He's kicked it up quite a bit.
So Magnus
potentially getting initiated on here, but Faye just going to blink out. Just kind of being a nuisance. And it kind of is a ticking timer for the Hellborn team. I don't know about, you know, when we get to the late game, how they're going to do. I think Parasite will be dishing out all that damage. He's looking for a kill in this middle lane. Here we go.
Yeah, Fate is going to be jumped. Oh, do they have enough damage? Is a question. The cuff ain't even coming. It's on the skirts of it. Going to use that coal right there. Not going to be enough, though. But here comes the counter. Parasite jumping. It takes the defensive master's call. But at what cost right here? Riley trying to chase down. Nice blink away from Magnus. There's a Capella to Bubbles, though. And now Moon Queen charging in as well. She doesn't have a Moon Finale. There's a lot of creeps nearby, however. Not going to go for it. Warbeast charging in. There's the jump from Magnus. There's the Moon Finale going up. Moon Queen with the auto attack. Trying to stay alive. Not long enough, though. And the Hellborn team has a big fight going for them in their favor. Energy field going to be used. They'll kill it immediately. And now Peaky Curdy, he is going to continue to be on the run. Not going to be successful for Rally, though. He gets caught by Magnus. He does have a compelling 3 seconds. It looks like it is going to be in time. 1 second. There we go. And he will be good. Engineer also happening to barely
escape. Chase is Ingy? Oh, man.
Nope.
That was a free kill, but perhaps just wanted to focus on the tower, not maybe just screw it, let's get the tower instead. Not the worst thing in the world. And actually, no. They don't want this tower. I guess they feel like everything is down. They don't have enough left in them with Fade resurrecting, especially with that portal key and that hub.
Rexar does. Rexar wants to go in.
What just happened? Oh, did he get ported from Ophelia?
Was that? You know what? That would actually make sense. Yep, okay. That's why he was so aggressive.
Huh.
Boy.
I see. So.
And that means Parasite took it then, doesn't it? But he didn't get ported back, did he?
Well, I think Parasite can take it, but.
I thought. Can you not take it?
I thought you could take it, but it wouldn't send you back. You wouldn't steal it, but you would dispel it.
Okay, maybe that's what it is.
I tested it once.
Yeah.
I could have sworn else would happen, but they're saying that you can't steal it. So.
Yeah. That was funny though.
I can't remember.
Yeah, well, he didn't get ported, and yeah, maybe I would assume it just dispelled it in the end. So
yeah,
Bubbles. That's we do see that frequently with an Ophelia partner where it's okay, it's humorous, and every time maybe catches us off guard a little bit, but that's a case though. You gotta
don't play with fire.
Yeah, exactly. It's not really fire. You're playing with freaking a hand grenade. Pulling the pin out and kind of stand there with it. So that was a dangerous situation and did not pay off for him. Kind of gave them a free kill. So yeah, that what a lot of momentum still built up there by the Hellborn team, but the way that kind of ended and the fact that they didn't even push the tower in, I mean,
Yeah.
It kind of got taken away somewhat. So, and now you have Moon Queen. Look at that Shrunken Head is coming up very quickly here.
We did see him get pretty much kind of owned. The Ophelia Creeps and the Warbeast Wolves kind of, are great candidates for taking up.
Fade trying to get a free kill on a Master of Arms, but there's that global presence coming into play. Both Ophelia and Master of Arms himself being able to assist.
I remember when we played against MOA Ophelia, we just tell our team, do not go for solo ganks because most likely it will not work.
That Codex is nice. Fade go on the Portal Key route, though. Obviously, Parasite has his own Codex. Is it level 1 still? No, it's level 3. Yeah, he's leveling it up. I'm going to say he's falling behind, but nope, level 3 Codex, just fine. Tablet of Command on Rally to go with his own Compel as well as his Portal Key. And again, that Shrunken Head coming up quickly. Warbeast does have his own Shrunken Head now, though, too. And he's coming up at level 16, which is a big level for him. Pretty much makes it a 24-second downtime as far as his ulti goes.
Yeah, I mean, they're still, I was kind of ready to say Moon Queen was going to take this one away. He is now approaching that 500 GPM mark, which, there's a fight in top lane.
Oh, big catch right there. Ophelia in the meantime also in trouble. Magnus setting into Eruption Beach. Can they stop it? Yes, they can. The tablet's going to be used. And Magnus now, he is in no man's land. He does have a Steam Bath. Going to try to juke them a little bit right here, but the chase continues. Burning Shadows connects. And bitch slapped. Going to get slapped. Warbeast trying to charge in. Nope. Having second thoughts. Does have a haste rune activated, but yeah, not worth it. You've already lost 2. And unless they plan on buying back and going in, not going to be worth it.
Yeah, and these are just fights you cannot take versus the hard carry in the Moon Queen. I feel like they still could have a great chance if they could, have a couple more team fights go their way like they did before this, but it's just going to get worse and worse if fights like this happen and the game continues to progress. So maybe if Warbeast wasn't there and he was still pushing bottom or tried to do Congo or something, this wouldn't have been the end of the world, but unfortunately he did port up there to try and assist, and now it's going to be 2 free towers most likely. They are going to start to do Congo, and they can do it pretty quick with the Battle Cry and all these summons. So actually, if they can get Congo here, it might not be the end of the world, but still 2 towers going down and a few hero kills are still pretty significant.
It's definitely going to be a Conger kill here, unless it's like retreat for whatever reason. But yeah, it's going to be a Conger kill. Token of Life most likely going to be coming on Warbeast, and that goes back to the fact that he's getting close to level 16 again, especially with the token on top of that. He can Metamorphosis, charge and maybe eventually die, but comes right back up, and by the time he's back up ready to go, he'll have Metamorphosis again. So level 16 again, a very big key for him. So he does get the token, as he mentioned. They did come at a cost, of course, with the top tower pushes, and on top of that, you got Moon Queen now, that Geometer's Bane. Also coming along very nicely, as well as just a lot of gold in general being pulled up around. There's a Tablet of Command pickup on Fade right there. Parasite, he can finish a level 5 Codex if he wants to, as well as a Portal Key. We'll see which route he goes here. I kind of think he's going to look for Portal Key for some reason. Yeah. Pink Security going the Portal Key. So that's a third one of theirs.
It wasn't the level 2 Codex, it was the level 3, so
yeah.
They know something we don't.
Apparently. One step higher this game. Certain heroes, I guess.
Maybe it's just when he gets to a certain point in the game, he decides, I need a blink.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's probably more of it. But Warbeast Soul's Bulwark is finished right there. It's delivered. I'd like to see a Shrunken Head into Demonic, and Tralf was a huge fan of that. And eventually Brutalizer. Perhaps.
Sounds about good. Sounds about good. That doesn't make sense.
Portal Key on Engineer. It's a nice item to have for him.
Damn, he's 5-1 and 3. I didn't even realize that. He's owning. So definitely a nice pickup, of course. So yeah, there aren't any. Well, there's 1 ward on the map. Or there's 2. Okay, so still continuing to have some solid warding. There's just aggressive wards for both teams. Seems like both of them on the other side of the map. Way too easy. He's got like a gazillion counter wards and wards in this Legion jungle right now. So both teams kind of taking over the other team's jungle, and with the token and perhaps the threat of that Moon Queen getting bigger and bigger, it looks like the Hellborn team has decided they want to take a full-fledged fight here. So I'm going to push this bottom tower. Legion team doesn't really look that interested in defending. Fade is TPing now. They do have the glyphs, so looks like we could have a fight coming.
You have double PKs here ready to go, but yeah, not going to go for it. And in the end, the tower falls, so yeah, not really too interested in defending right there. I definitely think they could have, but it's also.
I think they wanted to, but they decided a little too late that day. So by the time they were like, okay, let's go, it's just the tower was pretty much screwed. Don't underestimate the Ophelia war beast push.
Yeah. You see Engineer right here actually finding the Hellhounds of Zergo. These things are actually tearing up Engineer quite a bit. These things alone need to be careful about that. Fade's running in right here with that Invis. Do they have a Bound Eye with that said? I don't think they do, actually. Not just yet, at least. They do have Dust on Ophelia, but a Bound Eye could be pretty powerful here for the Hellborn side, of course. As always, against a Fade, and actually has an Invis ring even bottled up. It activates right there on her, even though she is in Reflection. It's kind of funny. So the double Invis strat coming out. 3 seconds on that Reflection. There's the opening on Ophelia. One Codex coming out. The Burning Shadows as well. Will he be able to survive this? Maybe a Master's Call? No. It was used, actually, it looks like. Okay, I was going to say. It just got burned off immediately right there. Maybe it was even stolen. I don't think it was, but... Quick kill, and Ophelia's dead. Ain't buying back. Will this be a push? I don't know.
Could be. I mean, they still have the token, and honestly, the longer it goes, better off they are. So, I mean, they could just elect to keep farming. They're certainly finding, just like that, gonna be able to find ganks with, especially with the portal key on Engineer and Parasite. Fade can just kind of roam around with no Bound Eye available pretty freely and just look to find some kills while Moon Queen continues to farm. And yeah, he's just gonna go ahead and port to this bottom lane, just playing it safe, and why not?
Huh. Okay. So, a 6-minute delay. Obviously, it's caught up now with that Bubbles moment. And Chas actually bringing up an interesting point. So I guess what may have happened was he got ported, he shell surfed, but he went back to base and he pressed Q basically when he's back in base. And so he ported literally all the way across the map. And then he got killed. That's what it sounds like might have actually happened. And that would actually kind of make sense.
It's pretty funny, and
yeah.
I don't know if you can do this in HoN, but in Dota, if you shell surf and die while your shell surf is still in the air and buy back, you can port back to your shell surf.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
I bet you could.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a funny mechanic.
Yeah, it is pretty humorous. So, yep, Purple Rex are having a derp moment
Sucks.
there. Anywho, moving along, bottom lane Bubbles. Speaking of him, he's going to be jumped once again. There's the Defensive Master's Call, the Healing Touch. So a couple of global ultimates being used right there. They'll take it. Didn't get a kill, but especially that Ophelia's Touch is now down for another 110 seconds. They're going to push this bottom tower. Moon Queen gets the kill. There's the Demonic Breastplate finish on Warbeast. They do get a counter push out of it. Middle lane, Warbeast is being chased back, but...
Yeah, he's really farmed. I mean, he's done a great job of picking up his farm, but we'll see if it's enough. I mean, we do have a Storm Spirit now, a push book, and Portal Key. Finished on Rally, so he's pretty much support all in on it, just assisting his team to not die. Of course, when you have a Moon Queen on your team, it makes plenty of sense. I've played tons of games where we've been all in on Haxorin playing Moon Queen. It's not something I'm unfamiliar with, so everybody get everything to save Haxorin is certainly a viable strategy. So yeah, looks like Rally has decided that is the way to go this game. Fade also with a tablet of her own. Moon Queen looks like he wants to finish the what's it called? Symbol of Rage.
Yep.
Instead of the wing bow, which makes sense. There's a lot. I mean, there is the War Beast, but of course there is the Magnus Ultimate and Bubbles. All that damage will be nullified if you live through it and get that Symbol of Rage off. So yeah, I agree. I think it's probably better than the wing bow. He'll do plenty of damage to everyone, even without the wing bow.
Yeah, definitely. This game, it's just fine for him. Sheepstick on a Magnus. That's an item that could be good at locking them down, of course, and especially that Moon Queen if you get your first. That's what their goal is going to be, I'm sure. Fade in the meantime in the middle lane. Do they have revs? It doesn't look like it. They do have dust again, but no bound die. They do have revs on them. Engineer going to be caught. Energy field going off, though. He's going to be tapping forward. Warby says, I don't care about your energy field. Charges in with the metamorphosis, but there's a Storm Spirit in the meantime. After the side, Ophelia getting cut out by Parasite. She's going to get deep as a Master Call. Magnus comes in with a great eruption, actually. Beautiful compel stun, though, from Rally. Where's Moon Queen? She is here in the meantime. Splitting over there with Geometer's Bane. Doesn't have that Symbol of Rage just yet, but the Moon Finale goes off. Down goes Warbeast. He comes back up. No metamorphosis, though. He is so damn slow compared to that ulti form, and he is going to be auto-attacked, and it looks like, yes, in the end, Parasite running away. Rowley gets killed in the meantime as well. as he jumped in a little further. So both sides actually have their positives there. Ooh, nice border key from Parasite at the last second. And Moon Queen making his getaway. Magnus doesn't have the Lava Surge just yet. Oh, he gets the sheep stick off, though, and actually Moon Queen is in some trouble right here. She has a Whispering Helm for some life steal. Parasite coming in, trying to get a counter kill. They will get the counter kill, but down goes Moon Queen. Parasite dies as well. All right. That's a genocide.
Crazy fight. Apparently Legion got stomped.
Yeah.
It was a really nice eruption. I think he stacked the sheep a little with his stun initially there, but wasn't the end of the world. As you can see, despite this big golden XP difference, HoN team gonna pretty substantially take this fight. Ophelia did buy back, but in the end, Ophelia buying back doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So, great fight for them. I don't know, maybe signs of hope. Of course, they did have the token. It always does come into play in situations like that, and perhaps without the token, the fight would have been much different. But
yeah.
Certainly still pretty positive for them. If they can get another token, this game could be looking not quite as easy as perhaps the Legion team thought it would be.
Yeah, I definitely agree there. I mean, Token of Life, of course, made the difference there in that fight, but hey, get another one of those, and before you know, you can actually get momentum and get the stats on your side. So, with that said, you still have this ultimate supporting cast here on the Legion side, and they are getting those even more utility items. Well, Parasite not so much. He just finishes that level 5 Codex right there, but a lot of burst damage coming out from him. But with that said, I mean, we've seen it more and more as this game's progressed as expected. Both Master of Arms and Ophelia are constantly being a pain for this Parasite now, even with a level 5 Codex. I mean, he goes in for a burst. I mean, that fight, I believe he jumped, I think it was Ophelia herself in the background, or maybe it was Master of Arms even, but whoever he got initially, he wasn't even able to kill. Oh, this is going to be big here, Warbeast! Can he actually get away? There's the global presence coming into play. The physical slow through the shrunken head. It's not going to matter, though. He gets his minions out, and he's looking to turn this. Actually, no, he keeps running away. Actually, energy field going to be used right there. Magnus caught in the midst of this. Magnus is definitely going to fall, but Warbeast lives. So good news at least, but good mixed with bad, because actually, Burning Shadow Stun catches 2. Here comes Rally now. Master of Arms trying to distract him. If anything, he will fall. And the Hellborn team, it's falling apart for them. A double damage Moon Queen throughout all this. 15 seconds still remaining.
Yeah, looks grim. That was a Lions gank. Just watching the replays. So
nowhere, yeah.
Excellent gank set up by them, catching Warbeast out. And of course, he was so low, he couldn't really turn and fight very effectively. And then Magnus trying to save him gets picked up. It's a pretty easy racks for the Legion team. No Magnus ultimate, no MOA. It's just Ophelia, Warbeast, and Bubbles. There's not a whole lot they can do. Yeah,
pretty much just have to accept defeat at that point as far as the top racks goes. Now Moon Queen, this is where you might be getting a little greedy here if you're the Legion side, as far as pushing, continue to push. Now Magnus is dead for another 20 seconds, so maybe not as much. Warbeast gets absolutely annihilated. He is not buying back, and it went from being maybe a little greedy to they probably just sealed the game up right there. 60 seconds until he resurrects. Bubbles jumps in with the kill. They do get the first kill onto Engineer. It is just Engineer, though. Moon Queen holding her ground. She has that similar rage. The auto attacks going out. She is being locked down, so not getting the most out of it, but in the end, it is enough. Ophelia goes down. There's the chase on the Bubbles. She gets Chef, though. Will this be a kill to Moon Queen? Storm Spirit coming out. Rally's in an awkward spot now as well. They are going to lock down Moon Queen to the point of actually killing her. So, okay, they will fight back in the end. Ranged Rax is going to barely survive as well. And they're just going to bunch of concede as Pinky Curdy comes back in. Snipes out Bubbles. Magnus stuns him, though. Master of Arms running in, but Fade is now also here. Magnus on the one in trouble. Burning Shadows connects. He's going to start dropping. Can he get away? Steam death in 1 second. They get the kill on Pinky Curdy. Now Fade realizing this was a bad decision here. Going to run away. Tablet. There comes the Sheep Stick, though. Gets the haste, or he has the haste this whole time. Running away. Eruption. Not going to be enough for the kill. Whew. So vote to concede, but
looks like it's finally over.
Is it though? I don't know.
Looks like, yeah, Rally did buy back. I'm so fucking bad, I want to cry. So unfortunate for him. And yeah, fake CCs are a great tactic. Utilized it all the time.
Yes. They are pretty powerful at times, and maybe it's going to be here, but again, they killed Moon Queen. They did save the middle racks ultimately. The range, I mean, just look how fast the region is on the range track. Jeez, it's below half life, and also now it's full. Yeah, so they're hanging in it. I mean,
winding down. The Hellborn had some pretty good signs of life, but yeah, after that, top fight seem to have sealed the game right now. So not a whole lot they can do at this point to get back into the game. I mean, they have pretty good farm on a lot of their heroes. Just Moon Queen's, approaching that 600 GPM mark, of course, and well, Breaky, you know what happens when Moon Queen's 600 GPM.
Yeah. Armageddon. Destruction. Things fall very quickly. There's a Dancing Blade purchase. One of those options. Dancing Blade purchase on her, so yeah, that wing bow coming up. Refresh. Is that a restoration stone we're going to see on Rally? I think it is.
He's just going to Storm Spirit someone twice, Push Book twice, Blink twice, Compel twice, and Seismic Slam.
That's the biggest. Seismic Slam twice.
That'd be pretty funny.
Care about. Double Compel actually sounds pretty funny. There you go, Restoration Stone.
He's so farmed, Jesus.
Yeah.
420 somewhere.
What? That is the GPM he had, yes, you're right. Rev Ward's put down right there. Fade coming with the flank. He is right next to a Rev Ward, though. He needs to be really careful. He's right on top of it now. He's in the trees. They can't really see him. They don't have dust for the thing. And here's the opening on the bubbles with the Codex. That's not your most ideal opening, but it will get the killing end. Yes, it will. They do kill Fade, but here comes the move finale, though, from Moon Queen. The auto attacks Eruption in the background from Magnus, but Moon Queen and Rally are here. Rally has a Restoration Stone. Is he going to use it is the question. He still hasn't used it. He's basically used everything else. There's the Restoration Stone. He compels back in. Magnus trying to stay alive. He stuns in right there. War Beast kind of kiting on the outskirts and will get away. So, 2-for-2 exchange. Rally coming in. Storm Spirit onto Magnus. Seismic Slam. A little bit too early right there. Nice attempt, definitely. Moon Queen trying to finish off. Just going to Moonbeam Bubbles. I don't know what happened there, man. Rusto, are you kidding me?
Apparently the fight didn't go that bad for the Hellborn, but
yeah, it
just
actually didn't.
These fights that don't go that bad, just they don't really get much out of it, Like, okay, the fight didn't go bad. We don't get to kill any towers or Congo or anything.
Yeah.
So, LL, XD, XP, :D, :P. It's pretty much how I feel exactly right now.
Fade's feeling like he wants another kill right here, but by himself. I don't know if that's going to happen. Doesn't have a Codex. Maybe if Parasite resurrects right here. Maybe if Moon Queen can assist. She is running over. She is by herself, kind of. I mean, Fade is here, but Moon Queen playing very ballsy here.
Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of vision from the Legion team here.
Oh. Trying to catch this Fade. He was right next to a Rev Ward, but again, he's able to get away, so. Fade, this was pre-Runic Shift. We'll probably have a Bound Eye, and the wards wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
But can't do that anymore. Definitely a counter to her. An Engineer! Well, he wanted to place a ward of sight. Not going to happen, though. Here's a counter, however, Burning Shuttles connects on a Bubbles, and the fight will ensue. Compel stun from Rally. Moon Queen charging in, no Moon Finale. She's going to be stunned first. Magnus going for the rest. Quick counter though from Parasite, and Magnus is most likely going to fall. Gets Storm Spirit in the air, but the Shrunken is up on Moon Queen. Look at Warbeast in the meantime, chasing back Parasite. Not enough for the kill, though. The auto attacks, the Glaives doing the work. Warbeast going for Moon Queen, but now realizing this is a bad choice himself. He's going to start running away with that movement speed. Master of Arms caught in the background. He's going to be that sacrificial lamb, it looks like, kind of the distraction. Moon Queen going for him. Rally jumps in the background. We're not sure to go for, and actually Master of Arms is going to end up living right there. Not often you can be that bait person and you end up surviving throughout all of it. So again, another case of it's good. I mean, they'll live, kinda, but Magnus. Is it enough though? Congo is up. He's been up. Maybe thinking about that here, but
yeah, I think Moon Queen might finish the.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to finish the wing bow here. So, just like. He doesn't have a lot of heroes locking down much for him. Engineer and Fade, I believe, were dead in that. And of course, even with 2 compelled, I suppose it's not quite enough to just hold everyone in place for him to right-click them to death. But still, yeah, these fights are okay for the Hellborn, but unless they have a 5-man wipe and actually kill Moon Queen and get something out of it, right now it's just kind of going through the motions.
Yeah. You see double damage rune up here at the bottom lane. They're going to sit on it. They're going to let Moon Queen get another double damage rune. That could either result in a Congo attempt or big fight. You see Bubbles and Master of Arms running down here. They have a ward of sight that's spotting all this. But if you're Master of Arms, right, you need to be careful. And actually, Warbeast's going to get caught out. This is going to be it. Warbeast's dead. He does have a buyback. Hellfield going to be used though, but Moon Queen is here. No Moon Finale activated. She did use her Shrunken Head, but she has that double damage rune back up here. Rally trying to maybe catch them, but Warbeast does buy back immediately, so he is ready to go again. He didn't use any cooldowns. Ophelia and Bubbles sneaking up here. Not much was used by the Legion team either, though. When you look at it. And more jumps, portal keys. Nope, not going to happen. A lot of portal keys.
Yeah, I thought Engineer was in trouble there, but yeah, just kind of quickly blinked out. So basically, we reset. -1 Warby's flyback. Of course, now they're going to have to defend top, so this could be the cue for Legion team to either go in or kill Kongor.
Oh, the courier strat trying to distract him right there. Warby's being jumped. He takes a lot of damage. He gets the shrunken head off, but that is another charge of the shrunken head. That now he's down to 5 seconds, or he might have been before even, but it's also going to be on cooldown, especially without a shrunken head on your War Beast.
Get the undead warrior from Rocky Balboa making its way in. Oh no, sign the creeps, no!
Tried.
Undead warrior. Great creep.
Here comes the Skeleton King. Leader of it, trying to find an opportunity. Bubbles finds Engineer, actually. Song of the Sea does have that ultimate, though. In the meantime, Magnus trying to channel the eruption. He gets killed, though. Rally with the Capel Decisive Slam. He's going for a second one. There's 2 fights going on over here. Warbeast dropping. One more Moonbeam. Yes, they are going to get it. Down goes Warbeast again, and that should do it. I mean, Parasite gets picked off. Double tap. So again, actually, maybe not. Moon Queen going to go for Conquer. He is by himself currently. Fade and Engineer kind of in an awkward spot here. Fade needs to get away. Portal keys right there. Moon Queen doing Conquer in the meantime. Unless he gets portal keyed on, this is going to be a free Conquer kill and the token of life. There you go. Hellborn team, Shell Surf, but needing to be careful. There's a compelled in from Rowley coming out right there. Catches Bubbles. Bubbles is going to be bursted down the take cover. Not going to be enough in the end, or is it? Okay, maybe. Storm Spirit on Ophelia. She will die. Bubbles, I guess it was enough in the end. He actually does get away. Well played right there.
The Legion takes down a Hellborn tower.
But, oh yeah, by the way, your base.
Yeah.
He's dying.
GG. Well played. Got Moon Queened.
Pressure OP.
It's as rare as we hear that nowadays.
Yeah, right. Definitely great. Is that another fake CC? It's not gonna work this time. There you go. Game number 2 and the series. Going to Pain Train. And they are going to the grand finals. Here are the qualifiers. Congratulations.
So who's
the other series?
DCX still playing?
It looks like they might be in game 3.
Oh, looks like Coin
is up
pretty far ahead
by a comfortable amount. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is again being covered by Colecast. So if you do want to check it out, go over there, twitch.tv/Colecast with Beef. But it looks like AL, why not AL? That's a nice prize pool. Is on the verge of maybe taking the 3rd game there and ultimately going to the finals as well. So our finals, though, is going to be shaping up here for the HoN Tour qualifiers. Again, at this point, the teams, since you made the top 8, if you made it to today, you're going to Diamond. But today you've been playing for really the seeding purpose. And so making it to the finals means you're one step closer. You win the finals, and you'll get that 9th seed overall. Have to play the 8th seeded team from the invited team list. So definitely important when it comes down to the seeding, but also just good practice in the end, getting ready for a big season ahead of us. I think is definitely another way to look at it. And right, I mean, really, this event, so even through this weekend that you've been covering here on HoNcast, it's been a pretty fun and a good idea of what to expect out of upcoming teams, really.
Sure.
Especially here, these 8 teams that are entering the Diamond Division. You know, definitely some work, I'm sure, needed, but you got to start somewhere, right? And plenty of teams last season that were surprising us early on. So looking forward to seeing these guys.
Yeah, I think some of these teams, if they stay together and practice a lot. Now, I think the hardest part for them might be staying together. Sometimes we see quite a few new teams pop up with similar players, but they readjust. And if they stay together long enough and practice enough, I think we can definitely be solid contenders. I mean, you could just look in history for teams that have done that. I think Lions might be a pretty good example of that. Just perhaps came out of nowhere, not really players that were like super well known, but they kept at it, and nowadays they're considered part of the top. So I think a lot has to go towards sticking together and playing a lot and adapting to competitive play style.
Yeah, and you get that through experience ultimately. The more you play, the more experience you'll get out of it. And I think that's a strong point that you made, though. Sticking together in the end, persevering. Not letting losses get to you too much, especially as the lower seeded teams in that very difficult Diamond division where we don't know who's going to win, but we know that there's a lot of great talent, especially at the top portion of those team lists. Definitely just learn from your experience and, again, persevere through it. So, well, that is going to be doing it for our coverage here for the weekend with that said, Riser. Got another fun weekend here, and have the HoN Tier qualifiers. We're getting down to the very end. There'll be a third-place match. With that said, there actually is scheduled to be a third-place match on Tuesday at this point. And then, of course, Wednesday will be the